Hi there, my name is Michael Livingston. Now, I do a lot of gear reviews on my website where I'm mostly talking about one bag travel, and every couple of years I do a review of the things that I have in my kit that enable me to do one bag travel for weeks at a time all around the world. Today I'm going to do a little video because what I'm talking about specifically is fairly visual, and so I thought it would be best to kind of actually visually show that rather than just describing it and showing you some static pictures. What I'm going to talk about today is Knack. Knack. Alright? Now, Knack wrote me a couple years ago and asked if I would be willing to look at their travel bags, which I was happy to do. You know, absolutely. I'll be happy to review things if they're good. If they're bad, I don't want to trash somebody on social media. Luckily, turned out I was really impressed with the Knack Pack, as it's called, the Knack Travel Pack, and it was this. All right, this is the Knack Pack Series 1. It's called now in a large. Now, I did an in-depth review of this, and it became my kind of go-to bag, and it's got a lot going for it. All right, there's a reason that this became the bag that I've been using. It's a really phenomenal bag. Like most modern one-bag travel bags, it's very professional looking, and it's got a lot of very travel-friendly size as far as it can work for a carry-on bag, which is great. The fit and finish on this is really fantastic. I was really impressed with that. And it has a sort of expandable compression feature that is really fantastic, which makes this kind of two bags in one. I'm not going to go through that on this bag because I'm going to show it to you on the new bag. But really quickly, I do want to talk about kind of the things that I didn't like about this bag. Again, not trying to throw anybody on the bus here or whatever. This is a great bag. But there were a couple things that I mentioned in my review that I was kind of not that keen on. One is this front pocket here. You have this triangle pocket, it was called. And I wasn't a big fan of needing to undo two zippers to get to kind of the utility area where my pens, pencils, all that kind of jazz is going to be. I also wasn't a fan of the way that when you zipped it up, most of the time, as just happened here, it left this little gap here. All right, so this ought to zip up underneath this covering flap, but it usually comes out on top of it, which means that water, dirt, whatever can get in there, and also the thieves with this amazing tool can open it up really easy. So I didn't like that. I didn't like that kind of unsecure area there. I also wasn't a huge fan of this pocket on the bottom, which they sort of established as a cord pocket. To me, it's on the wrong end of things for a cord pocket, and it's kind of an odd size for anything else. I didn't like that there wasn't a side handle. One of the advantages of one bag travel is that you will hopefully never have to check your bag. If you do, the straps that you use for the backpack part can tuck away, and you should be able to carry it by side handle like regular luggage. The other advantage to that side handle and tuck away straps is not only does it work really well if you have to check the bag, but also for a more professional look. If you end up having to take this bag to a meeting, you don't have time to check into the hotel, or you've checked out and are on the way out of town, whatever, you can tuck away those straps, carry it like a briefcase, and it looks more professional than walking in with a backpack. So I like having a side handle, and this bag didn't have that. So I loved it. I really loved a lot of things about it, but I did have these niggling issues. So fast forward to much more recently, and Knack has now come out with what they're calling Series 2. And this is the Series 2 medium bag. So let's see here, Series 2, all right, there we go, Series 2. And Knack asked if I'd take a look at this and kind of see what changes they'd made and see how I was feeling about it now. And I gotta say, they hit it out of the park. All right, this is an incredible bag. The Series 2 at present only comes in this medium size, and if I get the large back up here, you can see the difference. All right, large, medium, Series 1, Series 2. The large bag, I really like this size. So this is a smaller size, which is a bit of a bummer. That said, the changes they've made for the Series 2 make this a more flexible space. And the advantage to that is that I can actually fit everything that I fit in that large bag. Almost entirely will fit in this thing. So this is actually now my one bag travel bag, which is pretty incredible to me. So let me just run through the features on the new bag. All right. First of all, fit and finish, as I expected from Knack, absolutely top notch. All right. I really like the durability of this. This is really good material that's being used here. I love that we've got this kind of fake leather bottom down here. You want fake leather on a bottom like this because it's going to be potentially in the muck. But it gives it a nice, clean look, a nice professional look. Real leather on the handles, and there's the first of our changes. We now have a side handle, which is a really comfortable handle, and so we now have that kind of professional briefcase look that is so phenomenal. And that's just the start of the great changes they've made. That bottom pocket is gone. It's eliminated. Fantastic. As is that triangle pocket. That too has been taken away. And even more of a bonus, the straps in back now don't just sort of tuck away into a slot as they did on the Series 1. They now are in a zip-away compartment. So sealed off from dirt, grime, from popping out or whatever, if you have to put those away. So it just makes the whole thing look that much more, again, professional. I keep using that word because it's just a professional looking bag. Other changes they've made, everything is lockable. So you can see I've actually got a travel lock on here. I haven't locked it up right now, but all the zippers are lockable, so everything's much more secure. Knack just came out actually with their own travel locks. I've got my own travel lock on here. I haven't had a chance to check theirs out, but I'm sure it's fantastic. Given everything else that they have is fantastic. This opening first pocket here, instead of that 2-zip triangle pocket, you've now got a U pocket, right? So you can 1-zip it from one side or the other, or 2-zip it from the top, however you prefer to use that kind of thing. And a really great utilitarian layout here. One of the things with one bag travel is you like to have flexibility in where you put stuff, what you can fit. I'm not going to go through everything I've got in this. That's for another post on the website, video talking about my travel kit. But just to point out, look, we've got these monofilament mesh pockets, which are great. I love this lining. This lining is great. It has a brightness to it so that you don't lose things in the crack like you do just with a black lined bag. It's also a lining that, to me, again, looks kind of professional, which is great. You've got dongle for things, just lots of little pockets, knickknacks. A great pocket for your passport. And I should say, though I've got this in a RFID wallet, RFID blocking wallet, to prevent people from scanning my passport when I don't want them to. This pocket itself is actually already lined with RFID blocking material. So it's that much more secure. It's electronically secure there, which I really appreciate. There's a felt pocket up here where glasses can go. So lots of great storage here. This pocket goes all the way down to the bottom in there. So that's a lot more useful to me than that triangle pocket that they had. Now if we move actually first to the side pocket here. This is where your water bottle goes. All right, and fairly standard size water bottles will go in there. This is the Grail, my beloved Grail. Grail will fit in there. It's a little bit tight, but it'll fit in there. If I'm not using my Grail, I use something like a Coleman Auto Seal. That fits in there as well. Knack makes their own bottle that'll go in there. I don't have one, so I can't sort of talk about that, but I assume it's fantastic. Again, everything else I've reviewed by them has been fantastic. A swell, hydro flask, basic things that not a huge Nalgene, that's not going to fit, but these kind of water bottles fit great in there. And you can have it open, quick access, or zip that away, again, for a streamlined, professional look, which is, again, just fantastic. Then got a main pocket here, sort of the main backpack pocket, if you will. And I've got in here right now, this is just toiletry stuff. Again, I'm not going to go through everything. The utilitarian stuff that I've got in there. Pull this out. But just to show, look, this is a nice big deep pocket. Again, monofilament mesh. There's a nice tablet pocket right there. I don't actually keep my tablet there. I'll show you here in a second where I keep mine. But that's a great kind of fleece-lined spot for a tablet. Keeps it nice and secure. Lots of just little zippered spaces. Again, just really, really a good space there. Now, when I'm traveling, packing this for travel, I also use this quite a bit now. This is actually another Knack product. I swear to God, I don't work for them. This is a shoe compression bag. So this enables me, you put shoes in there, strap this sucker down. I put Piccolinos in there, exercise shoes, all kinds of stuff. Enables me to actually get a set of shoes in this bag. So I have an extra pair of shoes with me when I travel, which I always like. Now, moving on, this is a great backpack here, just as the way it stands. But you're going to see it gets cooler still. So here's our straps come out, right? They latch on down here at the bottom. Cool stuff, all right? Simple strap, good hardware. The hardware throughout is really, really well developed, right? They've picked the right stuff, the stuff I would have chosen, which always makes me happy to see that somebody's done that. The back, we've got nice air channels, good memory foam here, but good air channels, get a little bit of breathability on the back. Pass-through trolley slot, if you want to put this on a trolley, which is great. There's actually a secret compartment. Don't tell any thieves, but there's a secret compartment within that trolley slot, which is really cool. And back here is a laptop compartment. Now this is where I put my tablet because I don't travel with a laptop. I do all my work on my iPad, so that goes in there. But I believe it will size up to a 15-inch laptop, so a legit laptop sleeve. Now, I've been going over all the stuff here that's, I guess, kind of like most packs might have, but there's a feature that Knack packs have that most are not going to have, which is under this flap. You can see there's this flap here, and there's another zipper. And if I start down here at the bottom, and I start undoing this zipper, it goes all the way around the bag. And what it does is it opens up this space here. It expands the bag. And there is an opening to get into that expanded space. Pull that out for a second. Which is a luggage compartment. It's 11 liters of extra space there that are all zipped away. You don't need it. You don't have it. But when you need it, you got it. Really well thought out. Compression panel, which is better than crossing straps. Far better. I love compression panels. Another monofilament mesh pocket up here that has some dimension to it, so you could actually pack this out with stuff. A lot of monofilament pockets are flat, like they're pretty much good for like paper in there. This has got dimension in it. I got a scrubba in there right now, which is something I travel with. So you can pack that. You can use this to compress and get lots of stuff in that space. Top of that, Knack offers this, which I cannot recommend enough to go with this bag. So you're hopefully familiar with packing cubes. If you're not, you're going to love them when you get to them. This is called a packing insert. It's a packing cube that is sized specifically for that luggage space, or it's a perfect fit for it. Again, made by Knack. And this has that same zip around compression expansion joint. And the thing to do here is to unzip that as it is now, so you have that joint expanded. You pack it full of clothes, then close the lid, and then when you zip the expansion joint closed, it takes the air out of it and compresses the clothes that you then can fit in here, all right? Upshot of all that is that I have packed this with my complete kit that I would normally pack in my Knack large. I have packed into this medium. I mean, is it a little tight? Yeah, that's one bag travel a lot of times, but it absolutely will fit, which is phenomenal to me. I mean, it really, really is cool. And what I love most about this is this expansion contraction, and the size of this when you take the luggage part out means that I can travel, say, to England, arrive in the morning, right? Take the flight over at night, and I need to spend the day doing something to keep myself up so that I can, then fall asleep on local time and get reset from jet lag. So I'll say go to the British Library to look at the archives, something like that. Well, what I can do on arriving is pull out my luggage part here, just in one simple, that comes out. Set that on a dresser, zip close this expansion joint, and then I've got a convenient, correctly sized, not wearing a barrel on my back bag. I don't look like a crazy person just got off a plane who's carrying everything with me like I'm backpacking across Europe. I look professional, look dignified. I'm not carrying all that extra weight. It really saves me from having to carry an extra day pack. All right. So it used to be when I travel with like my Manal bag back in the day, which is a competitor bag. I've got my regular one bag travel, and then I'm also carrying with me a day bag to do the hikes and stuff that I'm doing or whatever. I've got that extra bag. I don't have to do that now. I've got everything in this bag. Take out what I don't need, close it up, compress the bag, get rid of that expansion joint, and now I've got my day bag. So it's really two bags in one. And when you combine that with the fact that, again, it looks so professional, the durability, the quality of materials, I simply could not be more impressed. I really think Knack has hit it out of the park on this, and I so very much hope that the changes they've made on the Series 2 medium bag, they will now put into the Series, make a Series 2 large bag, because those changes are so good. I would love to see them do that into the large bag. I think that'd be a fantastic, fantastic move. But look, all this to say, I don't work for Knack, but they are doing terrific work. I could not be more pleased. In separate stuff, I'll go over, all my kit, why I've chosen what I did, why I chose these things. There's a rationale behind all that. But for now, there you go. That should be enough for you to get a sense of what's going on with these bags. Let me know, obviously, if you have any comments. And otherwise, have yourselves a great day. Good job, Knack.